Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Swish Cultures Show. I'm joined by a very special guest today. He's known all over the basketball circles. He's known as Hell's Trainer. Please give a warm Swish Cultures welcome to my man Frank. What's going on, sir?
Hey, sir. How are you, sir? Appreciate you having me on.
No, I appreciate you being here, dressed in your Sunday's best.
Just for you, sir. Just for you.
I feel like more people know you by the mask than they know you by your own face. Why do you wear the mask so much?
You know, I'm wearing it for you today, of course. We're going to have a little fun with the way things are today with this pandemic. But it was all organic. A long time ago, Andy Katz came up to me, wanted a article and a video with Blake Griffin back in the day, and I had no interest. And I didn't want to be bothered by agents or runners or people that would bother me if they knew what I looked like when I trained these athletes. And as you know, since you're one of my hardest workers, we would wear masks when we train because you didn't want to get sand in your eyes, your teeth, your ears. So I just said, hey, I'm going to wear the stuff I wear when I train in certain elements. And it just took off organically. So you had fun with it.
Recently, your name resurfaced on the Gilbert Arenas podcast, on the No Chill podcast. And I remember one of the first things he mentioned was, it was so hard to get in touch with you. And I think like some people have had this experience, not me necessarily, but why is it so tough to get a hold of you? Are you really like lurking in the shadows and stuff like that? What's going on, man?
Well, I don't draw attention. I don't wear this out when I'm training the guys unless we're training and the weather dictates it. But it just takes a special guy to be here. It really does. I'm sure people work hard wherever they go, but this is just a little different. I've had guys come from all over the world, literally, and they'll come here and say, damn, my guy doesn't do this, or, we don't do that. And it's just different. So I don't want to have, this is not a cattle call. I'm not advertising. I don't have my selfie stick out there promoting this. I want guys that truly, really want to work here. We do it quietly. We do it out of the way. And that's probably one of the reasons why people think it's so tough to get a hold of me, because you have to know somebody that knows me. I'm not going out there, promoting.
Right. So how did that whole thing go down with Gilbert? Like, how was he able to? I mean, because I know from what Gilbert was saying, he really wanted to take his game to the next level. And how does somebody even like hear about you like that? How did Gilbert hear about you?
Well, that was from the Wizards and from his agent, and they really wanted to get him here. And a lot of it was the mental discipline. Gilbert came in, worked very hard. I pushed him, and he had mentioned, developing a new mental discipline. He had mentioned, Kobe was Mamba mentality. I don't even know about that. I know Kobe gave his own nickname from Kill Bill 1. One of the assassins was the Black Mamba. And I get it. People can use things, but you either have it or you don't. Okay? The mental discipline that I have, and I was born with it. I've been doing this since I'm like 12. No one had to teach me anything. It's either in you or not in you. I always say, you can't train lazy, you can't teach stupid. And you either have something or you don't. And if you have it, this training will definitely bring it out. And if you don't have it, this training will show that you don't have it. And with Gilbert, he worked extremely hard while he was here, and he developed a mental discipline that I was proud of him learning and carrying it on to that season.
Yeah, so what was what's up with this analogy of the blue house, man? I heard, obviously you got Save the Kids, you got a bunch of, you try to create a bunch of stories behind your workouts. What's the story behind the blue house?
Well, the blue house is just an analogy of going always into the distance. Like, I'll say we're going to get to, a certain spot. And that spot never gets there. You look at it and say, oh, we got here. No, we didn't get there. It's still a mile down the road. And we're still going farther and farther to push you mentally so you don't break, because everyone's going to find themselves in different situations in life. It's not about just an athlete. This training is called chameleon training. A chameleon adapts to his environment to survive. This training allows you to do whatever you do in life. You look at right now, the doctors, the nurses, the EMTs, the people on the front lines with this virus, they're the ones that you look up to. They're the ones that are out there. They need that mental discipline. So it carries into every form of life out there. It's not just about the athlete. And I just push them to a point where I let them know that their mental carries their physical. And the Blue House is something like here. Danny Grunfeld was out here, and Danny's another one who worked extremely hard. He wrote in an article he saw unicorns this first day. So I don't know.
I mean, I've seen a lot of guys come in and do your training and whatnot, and I've seen a lot of guys, leave in pain. What was something that was like? What was one of the, without saying names, because we don't do names here. What's one of the craziest things you've seen happen due to somebody, I don't know, dying in one of your workouts or
no one
whatever
dies,
it was?
sir. No, listen, people call me hell's trainer. I say it should be heaven's trainer. I give the gift of health. I take these guys to a different level they've never been to. But it's a ton of them. I mean, I have 144 excuses on why guys don't come back. They'll come in, they'll do an evolution. They literally may last 8 minutes, and they'll say, "Hey, I get it. I'm gonna go home, pack my bags up, and see you in a week for 8 weeks," and they never come back. Now you have to understand, I don't believe in no pain, no gain. That's number one. When people read articles about me, it's about guys that have been here, and when new guys come in, I'll say, "Listen, you're going to do day 1, week 8 of this training. Not day 1, week 1. Because remember, there's supposedly all these elite athletes that come here. They go to this high performance facility and that high performance facility. Look, you recall yourself. Remember that guy came in and he goes, "I do the incline on the treadmill at 20 and I sprinted forever." And what'd I say? I said, "Just take this bag and go up that hill." And he was done in a second. So it's something where you're supposed to be ready. And I'm letting them know in the first 2 days what this training is going to be like in 8 weeks, not day 1. If I gave them day 1 of the training, they'd say, "My grandmother can do this." I train people gradually. I don't believe in no pain, no gain. I don't believe in guys just doing things to do it. Technique and mechanics are very important. So you gradually build up to it, and you went through it. So you see that it's because I'm saying to them, "Hey, you guys have already come." I had guys come in here. They trained in Miami for 7.5 weeks. They're NFL players. And they came in saying, "We're training there to get ready for you." And I'll mention Cyrus Gray because Cyrus really gets this. Cyrus said, "Look, you guys don't get it yet. You can't train for this. No matter what you do, you can't train for this." And they got here, and they literally lasted 8 minutes. Now, I did that to them on purpose because I said, "Hey, you guys have trained for 7.5 weeks. I'm going to go slow with you," but they didn't want that. I said, "Okay." And 8 minutes they were done, literally. So those guys, they stayed, by the way. But when people hear about it, they think, "Oh, I'm going to put them through the grinder right away." No, it's gradual buildup. You can't get to week 8 until you get past week 1. It's gradual as you've gone through.
I can definitely attest to that. And I think it's, with basketball players in particular, I think it's probably the best weapon out there to get yourself in shape and prepared for any type of season.